Good evening, peeps, and welcome to Stories Untold. 4 stories, 1 nightmare. And I think I know why it's 1 nightmare, because in the last episode, I'm pretty sure we learned that it's all connected in a weird way. So, let's get into the last session, which is just doesn't even show anything, so let's see. The game seems to have crashed. No, never mind. I'm saying that because I want to sync up my audio again in case it stopped recording when it almost crashed.
I think that's enough of that for now.
Hey!
You're quite fond of this show, aren't you?
Yes? Is this gonna be some weird Inception?
Okay, come on. Let's get you down to the observation room.
What am I? Am I in a hospital? Because it seems like it. Oh yeah, I'm definitely in a hospital.
This place must be starting to feel like home to you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Don't worry. Try and get you out of here eventually. Just in here.
Imagine living in a hospital. God. I visited the hospital like a couple of times in a row.
Okay, are we through in the
and I
next
still
room?
couldn't go to the hospital just because I felt bad because of the smell. Is this like an interview? It is, isn't it? Are we actually gonna see people for the first time? Are we gonna see the assets of the human person thing?
Right, Mr. Asian, now are you ready?
Oh god, it's Mr. Asian.
Just hit record on the tape deck in front of you when you're ready.
So Mr. Asian, in case you didn't know, we don't know his race, we don't know if he's Asian. Haha, funny joke. But he was the guy in the second game who looked into the memories, I believe, if that was even real. He looked into the memories of things, or of the alien things. And then in the third game, they even said, "Welcome back, Mr. Asian." So I don't know if he was the same guy in the icy area either with the aliens, but I'm pretty sure the alien part I'm pretty sure those two are connected. I don't know how the first part connects to anything at all.
This is subject 1219.
And I don't even know if that was any of that was real. It could just be this guy like portraying himself in these
Dr.
movies.
Alexander leading, and in a room we have our patient, Mr. James Asian. As we know, James has recently recovered from a 2-week coma following his accident.
What accident?
In our last 3 sessions, James's attempts to recollect events of the accident seen him merging his memory with his imagination. These episodes have always ended in panic, and we've had to terminate the session abruptly. Let's try and do this one better, James. So when you're ready, let's bring
I'm
this back.
curious how this is
I
going to
know how
happen.
difficult this must be, but you can do
And
this.
of course there's not going to be a person, there's just going to be a
James,
tape.
it's time to remember.
So now we got to know what really happened.
Your mind. It's like a
Oh, hi.
black box. It can show you your memories. Look into it.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing from the icon. That's the thing from the second episode. It's gonna stab my eye. Here we are.
In your most recent episode, you recalled a false memory of a remote weather station. You were isolated from the rest of the world, locked inside your coma.
Oh.
We interacted with you daily, encouraging you to wake. Your family would do number puzzles with you. Anything really to bring you back. People needed answers, James. Do you remember?
I have another signal here for you, James. It's at 5610 FM. You can't miss it.
I remember this. It's gonna be a difficult one. I remember this because I'm still in like the same playing session. I went straight on to this episode after playing the last one, so. Report of traffic accident. What?
Arrived on scene to discover 2 cars that had been involved in a near head-on collision in Afrin found lying down. Is it Asian, it says? No, it doesn't. Mr. Oh yeah, Mr. Asian found lying down outside his vehicle with head injuries. An ambulance was immediately called. His passenger was trapped in the vehicle in critical condition from wounds sustained from the collision. The driver of the blue sedan, Mr. Nennings, was found dead on arrival. It was noticed that there was a strong smell of whiskey from the driver and an empty whiskey bottle on the passenger seat. Mr. Asian was questioned on the scene. He described an oncoming blue sedan seeming clearly out of control, which he swerved to avoid. Mr. Asian passenger was his sister. The driver of the blue sedan is an ex-police officer of 20 years of age. Oh, did I just write it? Oh yeah, I spelled whiskey wrong, right? Just like this.
Find the signal, James. Listen to the voices. You have to face it, James. Finally.
Is that my sister? She can't feel her legs?
It's not like it, at all. I've worked with Officer Hennings for 6 years and not once have we even talked about alcohol. Drunk driving. He was a father, a husband.
Oh, is he a friend
no
of
way
the
he caused this. It's him,
door's name shut,
this
plunging you into
Asian
darkness?
guy. He's got something to hide.
What? Well, I mean, probably. Oh god, I'm in the. This doesn't make sense to you. No, it doesn't. Oh. Shoot. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's an issue. I can actually accidentally turn outside the screen, so. Step on into the hospital ward, only it seems abandoned. Okay. Observation. I don't want to be here anymore. Great. So am I talking to like a psychologist or something in reality? I hear drip drops.
We found him lying there sobbing while his sister died in the car next to him. While Hennings died next to him. What the fuck was he thinking? She was still alive when we got to her. If he'd have done something, they could all still be here.
Did I go through some mental trauma or some shit? Sorry for swearing. Spend most of your waking moments in here. The only video they have, some horror compilation. Trash. Very nice. So, in reality I was just portraying my emotions onto, like, that movie. You only caught a glimpse of the room. You guess that's why there's no detail in here. Grab the keys on the table. They weigh heavy in your hand. Great. Just gonna leave. The waiting area is dark, but you feel a presence right. Oh, screw you. That's what I hate. That's a trick I hate. When you turn around in a horror game because it says something's behind you, and then you turn back. That's why I turned around slowly twice. But I think this is in reality. I'm feeling someone standing over me. You feel dread in the pit of your stomach.
Okay, we have a 22-year-old male just brought in from a vehicle collision. He was awake and mobile at the scene, but collapsed on arrival to the emergency ward. The other passengers died in the accident.
Oh.
I'm getting no pulse. Prepare for defib. Amp charge full to 10 and give me 100 joules.
What? Amp charge full at 10?
Come on, 100 joules. Charge amp full to 10.
Well, there you go. Hi. Is that me?
Clear.
Ears.
No reaction from first stage. Let's try higher. 200 joules. Keep the amp charge at 10. $200. Keep the charge at 10. Let's go. Clear.
Ears. I hate those sounds.
Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal. Let's keep going. Increase again. 360, charge full.
360, right?
Come on, 360, hurry.
Ah, God, that noise. Stop.
Clear.
Ow. Stop.
Would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse.
Hey, I'm
Given
looking
it's
around.
stable, we need to run an X-ray right away.
Oh yeah, right. X-ray.
Where are we with that X-ray. Let's get it going now, please.
Oh right, I was just supposed to click the button. Okay, my bad.
Looks like an intracerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure. Prepare for trepanation. Switch on a drill, please.
Oh.
The drill, please.
Yeah, it's on.
Mr. Asian, you've made excellent progress. You're doing great. We need you to stay calm and try to relax while we go through these next steps. We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
Ew. Ew. So this is your childhood, isn't it? Ow. Jesus, stop! New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you'll leave on a 6-month trip abroad with friends. Mom, Dad, and your sister Jennifer have decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. The house is full. You're in the living room, and as usual, you don't recognize a soul. Most are friends of Mom and Dad. There's a door in the hall. Go to hall. You push through the crowd, into the hallway. Okay. The hallway is as welcoming as ever. Only this time the folks have put a great big banner up across the main wall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned on almost every horizontal surface. Stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs. Look around again. Same as stairs, door to the living room, and a door to the kitchen. Well then, let's go to the kitchen. You see, all the best parties are in the kitchen. The kitchen is full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table, and the party is full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, although no one is eating it. Oh, that's sad. Look around again. There's a utility room and a writing on the wall. Also, Jen is here signaling you. Read writing. Happy New Year, 1986. On another banner, weird place to hang it. Okay, let's talk to sister. She's too far away. Well then go to her. Go to sister. You push through, apologizing over and over to get to Jennifer. You hug. You're going to miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks if you were enjoying the party. No. You tell her you're not having fun. She frowns. Tells you to enjoy it anyway and loosen up. She asks you to get her a drink. Well, get a drink! You pour Jen a drink and one for yourself too. Okay. There's never awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks if you have something sorted for the next big trip. I don't know. You tell her no. That as usual, everything is last minute. That's not what I said. Another hug. Your family has really gone out of their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective and maybe not fuck up so much. She's gonna miss you. You're going to miss her. She walks away. I lisp. Okay. Dennis disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding, smiling at the approving faces. There's more to do this and I can't mess it up. But first, a drink. But, okay. So what is going... Is it like a party for me? Sorry, I've been too busy like focusing on the reading part. So, well, look, okay then. Look around. Room is full. There's a utility room and a writing on the wall. Well, then let's go to the utility room. You open the door and peer in. Okay. You're never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskey, ceiling to the floor racks and a collector too. Although he does actually drink them too. There's a bottle with a ribbon. Found in that card. Take the bottle. You pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, we're proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. It's a bottle of 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really, but you have to try it. Okay. With your whiskey in hand, you take in the room about you. There must be hundreds, no thousands of pounds worth of drink in here. You really must thank your dad for the whiskey. Yeah, probably. Well, let's look around. Worked out for me so far. The racks of fine wines and the door to the kitchen. Go to the kitchen. You head back into the kitchen, clutching your new best friend, whiskey. That's kind of depressing. That is one strong whiskey. You take back another swig, give the thumbs up to your dad across the room. He nods and winks. What a good guy. Look around. Busy, noisy. We'll need to find somewhere quieter. Quiet. Well then, I don't know. Talk to Dad. He says she's proud of you, and I go easy tonight. Early flight tomorrow. Go to his sister. Well then, I don't know. Look at sister. Isn't she still in the room? Can't see Jen. She must have moved through the hall. Okay. Go to hallway. Check out the hallway. A few bumps and laughs on the way through. You make it to the hall. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. What? He's staring straight at you. No one else notices. What? Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. What? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Well. Is this death? Okay.
Sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our
Sorry.
best, Mrs. Asian, but her...
God, that face wasn't.
No, I
Oh,
don't
frick.
understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I'm so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Asian, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
Well, she's dead.
Arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see her.
Oh. What? Oh, that's why it's bad memories now. You feel like you're a disgrace, right? You're like guilt. You're standing in the hallway. Something has stopped you in your tracks. You're searching your mind. Your sister interrupts. She waves her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts. The Those words echo. Oh, God. To Jen. Drive her home. I don't... Go outside. Find keys. I don't know. Look around. Goes to the kitchen and living room. Go to, I don't know, living room. You're sure your keys are in the living room? Okay. Compared to the kitchen, various. Who hangs out in the kitchen? There's coffee on the table in the middle of the room. Your mom is pouring a drink. Look around. Coffee table, a drinks cabinet. One of the chairs is overflowing with jackets and coats. Look at coats. All the jackets and coats until you find yours. Aha! Car keys are in your pocket. You grab both. Go outside. Keys in hand, you head back into the hall. Jen thanks you for helping her out. She has work in the morning, and no one else in any fit state to drive. You can handle it though. You know the road like the back of your hand, don't you? I'm sure I do. Well, then go out. Get out. Go out. I thought we were already out. Okay, cold air hits you. You're glad you have your jacket with you. There's a dusting snow around you as you step down from the porch. The yard extends around the back of the house. The car sits at the front of the house. Oh, that's why the house or the sister's room was boarded up in the first episode, I think. Go to car. You fumble with your car handle, confused until Jen says you maybe use the key in your hand. How drunk am I? Yeah. Keys. The car is freezing. As you fumble around with your seatbelt, your sister opens up a car and you know the key. It tells you that it's for when you return. Use key. I don't know. Takes a number of attempts. Oh, come on. Don't drink and drive, people. You'll get people killed. Roars to life. And then drive, I guess. Release brake. Oh god. You very hesitantly release the handbrake. You put the car in gear and pull out the drive. Way like a first-time driver. You really should be driving. I am driving. Very drunk. On road towards the town where your sister stays. Jen started dozing off as soon as the journey got going. This shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember. I don't know, left? Is this an actual choice? But you better ask Jen. She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left, of course it's left. Well then go left! Turn the car left at the junction and accelerate off. Confident that you're on the right road now, you loosen up and put your foot down on the accelerator. You feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits in her car and clutches your arm. She asks you to go slow. Slow down. That's not really what happened though, is it?
All over the place, James. Pull over.
Jen's hitting your arm and yelling at you. Crazy sister. Strange. There's a set of headlights coming at you, but really slow. Like slow motion. You try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it. The lights merge with your car.
James, for fuck's sake, pull over!
The whole world around you begins to scream.
James!
It was at this very moment, wasn't it, James? The moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse.
How?
Go on. Show us what you did.
Did I kill? You You wake up in the car. Your world is upside down. Your seatbelt struggles against gravity, trying to hold you in your seat. An impact into another car has torn a hole in the chassis. Poisonous fumes spill into your car from the engine. You're in grave danger. Let's get out. Save, Jen. Get out. You can't move. Your seatbelt's still in place. You release yourself from the seat. Gravity takes over as you slump onto the roof of the car. Oh god, we're upside down? Oh right, it did say that. I thought it was just like your whole world's upside down, but no, that is. Get out. You squeeze through the wreckage and fall out near your knees in the ground next to you. Every breath brings pain to your chest. Your head is throbbing. A blue car smashed into the passenger side of your car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You're standing holding your whiskey and your dad's note. Flashing lights were approaching at a distance. The note. That's why it was bloody in the first episode. Approaching at a distance. Pour whiskey in blue car. With the lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the shrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle, remove the connection with the whiskey. You then very deliberately spill the remainder of the bottle's content onto the driver. You toss the incriminating evidence onto his passenger seat. And I didn't save my sister. Right? A circle of flashing lights around you, illumination, the crash site in darkness. Behind them, an army of people all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Silhouette. As you approach, the man pulsating the lights around you get dimmer and dimmer while the pain.
I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember. It was all your fault.
Oh. It was, wasn't it?
I know what you did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And
Oh,
you
God.
couldn't even take responsibility. You did the right thing for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it? Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James. Say it. Tell them.
Tell who? Oh,
Listen to yourself.
I'm running, right?
It has to end, James. Do you not understand?
Oh god.
This episode you're having must come to an end.
Oh god.
Make it stop, make it stop. Do you remember? Well, I think we've made progress today, Mr. Asian. I guess we should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect they'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh boy. Oh boy. admission. Okay. So I was in the hospital because they knew what I did. But I am so I'm in such denial of what happened and what I did that I couldn't face it and literally went insane. Like, Jesus. That was way better than I expected, this whole series. I expected it to just be like the first episode, which was just a bunch of little short creepy stories all together, but it all connected in the end, and I think that's a really cool way it did. Like, of course, it's kind of a typical at this point, isn't it? Like, oh, you were in a car crash all along, and you're watching your, it's kind of a used plot twist at this point, but I didn't see this one coming, and I thought it was very cool. The game itself, like the gameplay itself was, it was a little hard to figure out at times, the puzzles. And especially in the third one, I didn't think that was quite justified because the manual was so unclear and hard to read. Like, that was annoying to deal with, but really cool. And I think it's cool how they actually even introduced, like, you walking around and stuff. Cetrovind, James Asian, oh my, so is that like sessions of tapes? Yeah, it is, isn't it? And how the story is Untold is actually just a crappy show I've been watching all this time. Oh man. Anyway, that was so cool. I of course, there's not much to going to play it now if you already watched this, but I'm glad you joined me in this little Halloween thing. I'm glad I finished it because once again, I expected it to just be several episodes that didn't connect at all, and it didn't seem like that in the first two episodes. We only actually learned that it's connected somehow in the last part of the third episode. But anyways, that was really cool. Thank you guys for being with me on this Halloween journey, and of course I hope you guys have just a lovely spooky season left. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.